Hi everyone, welcome all to our biology class once again. Today we will discuss about the digestive actions taking place in the stomach and also after the stomach what is happening to the food materials. These are the main topic to discuss today in the biology class. Okay, in the last class we discussed about the digestive actions from the mouth and also in the esophagus. Okay, that part is clear to you, I think so. Then now what are the digestive actions taking place in the stomach? That is the main topic today to discuss. Food or digestion from the digestion in the stomach, that is the main topic. You know, stomach is a J-shaped chamber and that is the part of the digestive tract that we know. That I think such points we have discussed from the lower classes. It is having capital J shape, the stomach. Okay, some parts of the stomach is bulged and some are thinner. Anyhow, the partially digested food after chewing, when it reaches in the stomach or there will be very strong peristalsis or contraction and relaxation of the muscles of the stomach wall will give very strong peristalsis to the food materials. So because of this strong peristalsis, actually the food materials will be converted into a juice-like structure or juice-like texture, or it will be converted into a paste-like structure. Why? Because of the strong contraction and relaxation of the stomach muscles or the walls of the stomach. Because of this, the food materials are converted into a paste-like texture. Clear? Then this will be helpful for easy digestion. This juice or paste-like structure is very easy for digestion. That is the use of that peristalsis. And another important point, you know, I told you, the shape of the stomach is J-shaped. Look, will come like this. So this is the posterior end. There are some special type of muscles called, look, circular muscles. These circular muscles hold the food materials in the stomach itself for a particular time. What is the use of that? Then as the food materials are holded in the stomach itself for more time, what will happen? Digestion will be completed, or most part of the digestion is taking place from the stomach itself. Why? The food materials are staying there for some time because of the lock given by whom? Circular muscles at the posterior, at the back side of the stomach. From there, the circular muscles will not allow the food materials to move forward. That's why it will be holded there, or it will be paused there, or it will be blocked there for some time, and as a result the digestion can be easily completed. Okay, so we can see, or we can check what are the process or what are the activities taking place in the stomach. For the digestion from the stomach, there are, or the muscles or the inner walls of the stomach will produce some digestive juice. They are called gastric juice. Gastric juice. So gastric juice is the digestive enzymes or digestive juices provided or produced or secreted by whom? The inner walls of the stomach. Okay, that is the digestive juice produced from the stomach. We can check which are the contents in the, or which are the contents of the gastric juice. First one, it is gastric lipase, second one pepsin, third one HCl or hydrochloric acid, fourth one mucus. These are the four contents or four components of the gastric juice produced from the stomach. Okay, then out of which the first one, gastric lipase. Gastric lipase. What is the use of this enzyme, or what is the function of this enzyme? Actually, lipase is related to lipid or fat. Okay, lipid is another term for fat. So here lipase means they are the enzymes that helps to digest what? Lipid. Lipid means fat. So here when we eat food materials, there may be fat. That fat will be dissolved or digested with the help of gastric lipase. But complete digestion will not take place where? From the stomach. So partial digestion. A partial means a part of the lipid only will be digested, or partial digestion of the lipid or fat, that is the function of lipase, gastric lipase. So you have to remember, or you have to note down, the gastric lipase help to the partial digestion of what? Fat or lipid, partial digestion of lipids. Second one, pepsin. This is the second enzyme. Pepsin is an enzyme related with the digestion of protein. So the protein present in the food materials are converted into peptone. Peptone is the simple part of the protein itself, but not complete protein. It is a part, means simple than the protein. Now it will be converted into simple, and last the simplest form will be there. So on that way it is a simple form, what? Peptone. So pepsin convert protein into peptone. That is the step taking place in the stomach. Then hydrochloric acid, that is the important thing. Hydrochloric acid, you know, that is a powerful acid. Then it can dissolve metals, that much strong it is. Then such an acid is produced in our stomach, but nothing is happening to our body. Why? That we have to discuss. Anyhow, such strong acid, what is the use of such acid in our stomach? Yes, it is needed, because sometimes microbes or germs or pathogens may enter along with the food materials into our body. So such microbes or disease causing organisms are killed by whom? Hydrochloric acid, because it is so powerful or so strong that is why it can easily kill all the microbes. Another important thing, as it is a strong acid or concentrated acid, it can make the medium, all the food materials, into an acidic medium. Okay, then that's why it will be easy for digestion. Or another term we can study, it will make a pH. pH means it is the quantity of acidity. Acidity is measured in the term of pH. Okay, so hydrochloric acid will create a pH that is needed or suitable for what? For the digestion. You know, in your house, when the dry chili, you know, dry chili or red chili, and also the coriander, when it is taken to the mill for getting powder of chili and powder of coriander, what your mothers do? They will make it, they will just roast it or just heat it. Then what is the benefit? If it is roasted, it is very easy for powdering. Clear? So when we roast the chili and coriander, it will be suitable for easy powdering. Like that, when the food materials are mixed with acids, it will be easily, it can be easily digested. Or the hydrochloric acid will make the pH acid level suitable for digestion. So digestion will become easy. So what are the two benefits of hydrochloric acid? It kills the pathogens or microorganisms, and also it create a pH suitable for digestion. These are the two functions of hydrochloric acid. Then mucus, that is very important. Mucus is another secretions produced from the inner walls of the stomach, and also the inner walls of the stomach is coated by or painted by or covered by what? Mucus. What is the benefit of that mucus? That is very important question. So mucus protect the inner walls of the stomach from the actions of what? These enzymes and acids. Look, hydrochloric acid, it can dissolve metals. Some metals, if we are putting into the hydrochloric acid, it will be dissolved. That much strong it is. Such acid is produced in the stomach, then our body is not getting dissolved or digested. Why? Because our body is protected by whom? The mucus. Mucus coating is there on the inner wall of the stomach. That's why the acid cannot destroy our body or our stomach. So the inner walls of the stomach is coated or painted or covered by mucus, and that mucus protect the stomach from the actions of hydrochloric acid. Okay. Then look, when a strong acid is produced in the body, it will be very strong, and the other part of the body is to be protected from these actions, from the actions of such acids. How it is happening, that is very much important. That also is to be studied. So we can go to that area now. So we can study about the acid and their actions. Look, acid factory in the body. Okay, listen, there are some special type of cells called Auxindic cells. Look, very important part. You have to note down these points. So the acid factory of the body is the Auxindic cells present on the walls of the stomach or on the inner walls of the stomach. On the inner walls of the stomach, there are some particular cells present. They are called Auxindic cells, and these cells produce what? These cells produce the strongest acid called HCl or hydrochloric acid. Okay, which cells? The Auxindic cells produce hydrochloric acid. This acid is so strong, that means if I told you, some metals, if we are putting in that acid, it will be melted because of the strong of this acid. Such strong acid is produced. The strong is measured in terms of pH. Normally the pH of these acid come in between 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. That means the strongest acid. When the pH value reducing, it will be stronger. So that much strong acid is produced in our body, but nothing is happening to the body. Why? Because some special cells, listen, some special cells present in the inner walls of the stomach, they produce what? Or we can say the epithelial cells. Some special cells present in the epithelial cells or epithelial tissue. Okay, both are same. Cell means single only, tissue means a group. So some special cells present in the epithelial tissue produce what? Epithelial tissue means, epithelium means, might have studied from 8th standard. These are the tissue or cells present on the area of covering the body parts. Look, on the skin, here it is covering part, So there are the tissue cover, there the tissue present is called epithelial tissue. Like that, the inner walls of the stomach is covered by what? Something. So there also covering is coming. Wherever covering is present, there which kind of cells or tissue may be there? Epithelial tissue will be there. So inner walls of the stomach, there are some epithelial tissue to cover the inner wall. So they produce what? They produce mucus. They produce mucus. The tissues or cells present in the epithelial tissues of the stomach produce what? Mucus. Okay, that mucus protect the stomach from the actions of that much strong hydrochloric acid. Okay, these are the points. So who produce acid? Oxyndic cells present in the inner walls of the stomach produce hydrochloric acid, but some special cells present in the epithelial tissues of the stomach produce what? Mucus. That mucus is a bicarbonate. Look, mucus is a bicarbonate and it is alkaline. Alkaline in nature. Two are there. Two nature. Acid nature and opposite alkaline nature. Look, hydrochloric acid. Acid is an acid. It will be in acid nature. But mucus is a bicarbonate and that is alkaline in nature. Alkaline means just opposite of what? Acid. So, like minus number and plus number, positive number and negative number, like that. Okay. So, here what is happening? When acid and this alkaline mucus come in contact with each other, what will happen? The acid will be neutralized. Acid will be neutralized. Neutralized means acid nature will be collapsed or lost. Like, look, if you are adding minus 3 along with what? Plus 3. Minus 3, this is negative 3. Plus 3 means positive 3. When these two numbers are added, what will happen? The answer will be 0. No number. So here it is neutralized. Equal force or equal strength, we will say, no? Minus 3 plus 3. Equal in power. That's why it is getting 0. Like that, here bicarbonate is alkaline nature. Then HCl is acid nature. When they come in contact with each other, what will happen? It will be neutralized. Means 0 actions will be there. No alkaline nature, no acid nature. Neutral nature, 0. Okay, so it is neutralized. But there is a problem. In some people, listen very well, in some people, the production of this acid or hydrochloric acid will be excessive, or more acid production will be there in the case of some persons. Some persons, they will not take food materials in proper time or in correct time. Then acid will be produced in the stomach, but food materials may not be there. But in some people's, excessive production of the acid may be there. So in such cases, what is happening? This neutralizing process will become fail, or it will be failed. Then what will happen? Acid may destroy the inner walls of the stomach. That is a great problem. Then first, when the production of the acid is excessive, that will be leads to a problem called, look, acidity. It will leads to a condition called acidity. Then finally, when the quantity of the acid is more, what will happen? That will lead to a condition of having wounds in the inner walls of the stomach. That condition is called gastric ulcer. Gastric ulcer. That ulcer last leads to, finally it leads to cancer. That cancer leads to the death of the person. So take your food materials in proper time every day. Okay. Then don't keep the stomach empty in the regular time. Means every time you have to fill the stomach. No. But timely every day means breakfast time every day, the same time you have to take your food material, breakfast. Then lunch, proper time every day. Then 4 o'clock tea, if it is there, take it every day or avoid every day. Then supper, take it in proper time every day. Today, if you are busy, don't avoid the food materials. That will lead to the condition of acidity. Acidity leads to gastric ulcer. Gastric ulcer leads to cancer. Cancer leads to okay. So be prepared for controlling what? Acidity. And also listen, some persons they are so much interested with pickles. Somebody are so much interested with the things they are having sour taste, like tamarind, lemon, then raw mango, such things means having sour taste. Somebody are the fond of such things. So all the materials having sour taste is containing acid. Already acids are produced in the stomach, and if you are adding the acids again, what will happen? That also will leads to acidity. Acidity leads to gastric ulcer. Gastric ulcer leads to cancer. Cancer leads to. So be careful about acidity. So reduce the food materials containing acids, especially reduce pickles and reduce the quantity of chili in your food materials. That also will help you to live long without acidity. Okay, so with this we can wind up today's chapter or today's class. Then balance we will do in another video. Okay, thank you. I think this part is clear to you. So the enzymes in the gastric juice, pepsin, gastric lipase, then hydrochloric acid, mucus, these four, their actions is to be noted and studied. Then the acid factory in the stomach or in the body is called the Auxindic cells. They are present in the stomach. On the inner walls of the stomach they are present. They produce acid. Their power or strength is 1 to 3 pH. pH means the value of the acid. Okay, that you have to study like that. Then the epithelial tissue, the tissues in the covering area of the stomach, they produce mucus, and that mucus is a bicarbonate, and that bicarbonate is alkaline in nature. Alkaline means opposite of acid. So when the acid and alkaline bicarbonate mucus come in contact with each other, what will happen? The acid's action will be neutralized like this. When -3 come in contact with the +3, the action of -3 will be neutralized with +3 and they become 0. 0 means nothing. So when the acid come in contact with alkaline, with the full power of the acid, when the acid come in contact with the alkaline, what will happen? The power of the acid will be neutralized by the bicarbonate mucus. Then our body will be protected. But in some persons or people, there will be excessive production of acid. That condition is called acidity. That acidity will lead to the condition of having wounds in the stomach. That is called gastric ulcer. That will lead to cancer, then death. So these are the points to study today. With this we can wind up. So study very well. Note all the points. Then try to understand by repeatedly watching the video or by repeatedly reading your notes if it is clear. After preparing the note, once again you watch the video for checking whether your points are clear or not. Okay, so study very well. I wish a wonderful and happy academic year and also a happy success to you. Okay, then thank you. Have a nice day.